So yeah, I just want to regurgitate that. Just focus on reaching enlightenment. That's why truth and knowledge and working on yourself and bettering yourself, facing your shadows, knowing what your flaws are. It's not going to change overnight. You have to keep praying about it. You have to keep being self-aware about it. You have to trust in the universe. Trust that your prayers are going to be answered. Trust that through your self-awareness, through you doing the things that nourish you, bring you joy, working on your passions, eating right foods, getting exercise, getting sunlight, like through you doing all that stuff, eventually you get better and better and better to the point where you transform. You have a glow up. Your whole face changes. Like everything about you changes. Your mindset changes. Your appearance changes. The way you feel about yourself changes. You gain self worth. You're more in a positive mindset. Like it's not easy to do. It's hard to work on this and stay in isolation and really put yourself in a position where you're removed from society in order to better yourself. And a lot of us are not fortunate enough to remove ourselves from society and get out of the matrix by these 9 to 5 jobs. Like we need to do it to put food on our table and all of these things, right? And I understand that, but it doesn't mean that we don't. It doesn't mean that we don't find the time to do it. So instead of going out after work and drinking with friends and having surface level conversations, then go home and work on yourself. You know, face those shadows. Take the time to really understand who you are because that's what matters. Like if you have friendships that you enjoy and you laugh with and all that stuff, and still hang out with your friends. I'm not telling you not to hang out with your friends, but you don't need to put poison into your body in order to enjoy your friend's company. If you're only enjoying your friend's company when you have poison in your body, then maybe they're not real friendships, right? Like if you guys can enjoy each other and connect when you don't have poison being put into your body, don't have something that makes you feel relaxed and make you feel like you can let loose and be free, then that tells you something about yourself, that you need to get to a point where you can relax and let loose and not feel like you have to wear a mask or are not comfortable in your own skin or not being your full authentic self without a substance. Then that means you need to do some inner work and get to a place where you feel like you can be authentic and be yourself. And it's a habit, like any habit, that you need to work on to build and get better at. So it's important. If you don't want to get trapped in this matrix again and repeat certain lessons and go through all this pain and suffering and all of these things, then you need to work on bettering yourself and bettering your mind and having self-awareness and treating others better and treating yourself better and just understanding things on a deeper level. Like really understand yourself and things on a deeper level, how this world works, how people operate, how you can open your chakras, your mind chakra, your throat chakra, your heart chakra. Like every day you should be looking inward and seeing what's left. Like if you're on this healing journey and you think that it's been a year and you're fully healed, no, there's always something else that hasn't been uncovered, that hasn't been looked at. So it's like, yeah, keep spending time on doing that, but also doing things that bring you joy, that are fun, that get you outside your comfort zone. I know for me, my hardest thing is that like going and interacting with society. Like, yeah, I've made a few mom friends that I hang out with and that I take the kids with, but I'm at the point where I'm like so good with like my own being in my own company and just taking the kids out so that they have fun and that I get some time in nature and all that stuff. But I don't really care to be around other people. I've gotten to that point where I really don't care to be around other people. Unless it's deep, unless it's stimulating, unless I'm laughing with you, unless I'm having fun with you and having intellectual conversations that are about us growing and nourishing each other and and motivating each other and that's meaningful, then it's not worth it for me. You know, I'm not into the surface level conversations. I'm not into complaining. I'm not into gossiping. I want us to get to that state of enlightenment. I want us all to reach enlightenment so that we go and get to experience another planet. So we raise the frequency of the earth, this earth. So we make our time better here by raising our frequency. So it's like, I don't know. The first step is getting off of addictions, getting off substances that are making you feel foggy, that are making you feel like you don't feel clear, that you need something else, that you're nervous, that you're anxious, that you need something to relax. Like all these substances have been like this idea that has been sold on us to put poison in our body to make us feel like we can be ourselves when it's not. It's just making us feel like we are not tapping into ourselves and we're invoking spirits into us and we're doing things that we regret after. So is it really worth it to put a substance in your body that after a few drinks you can get blackout drunk? Like that tells you it's poison because you have to know your limit or else you get blackout drunk and anything can happen to you. So it's like how are we not aware of all these things, but it's because we've been brainwashed on the idea that have a beer after work, it'll make you feel relaxed because of the stressful environments that we're in living in this matrix. So that's why it's important to work on our passions. If we work on our passions and then we surrender and we have trust in the universe that they'll make everything possible, finances, all this stuff. If it means cutting back stuff, if it means selling your house so that you live in a smaller place, so that you don't have to stress about a mortgage, and or renting out your house so you have some extra income in, or becoming a roommate, sharing with people, like if it means putting yourself in a quote unquote uncomfortable situation so that you can spend your time working on your passions and eventually get to a point where you're listening to signs and oh my god, I can't say that word, but you're paying attention to the signs and doing the healing work and everything that I've said in this video and the last video. If it means that, and you're not being a slave to the matrix because you have all these bills to pay, and then also consuming on top of it because substances are expensive if you're doing it consistently, and then also wanting new things, new shiny things all the time. You want new outfits, you want new gadgets, new whatever, right? Like when we want without doing the work of our passions and what fuels us, then we just get caught up in this cycle of consuming and nothing feels fulfilling towards us. So we get that thing and then we're like, okay, I played with it for 2 seconds and now I'm bored of it. So it's like, that's the whole thing, is they get us so caught up in consuming, when if you just look at things as like, okay, just make yourself life as simple as possible and keep yourself in receiving mode and work on your passions, because that's when you'll feel joy and fulfillment, then eventually you will have the means to get what you want. But you won't even become frivolous and wasteful because you've gotten so accustomed to not needing things. So what you'll spend your money on is experiences, travel, connections, like stuff like that, buying a meal for your friend, giving your money back to people that are in need. Like you'll start to be this person who encompasses that, because you won't be so about me, and what can I consume, and this world doesn't care about me. No, you'll start to see the love from others and people truly caring about you, because you're vibrating on that frequency to attract an unconditional love. So focus on enlightenment, focus on healing, because it's the only things that matter for us to escape this karmic loop. That's how we escape the karmic loop. That's the secret sauce. That's the secret recipe. Like, that's all that matters. Like, I'm going to share a message every single day if I need to regurgitate it so it gets ingrained in your brain, so that you start doing it. Do the work so that you escape this karmic loop for your soul. Got it?